Hi, this is Bill. So in this example, we will talk about Ajax in ServiceNow. So asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So eventually what you're seeing now is a result of a client script calling script includes. So we have basically placed the results using add info message. So on change, on the description, now I'm going to put a dot, you will see that the result will basically change. So let's redo that, do an exit, right? And do some change on the description. And as we do that, you will see that Ajax is kicking in using client script and scripts include. So let us basically start on the script include and how I basically created this code by going to history and navigating to script include. Now, as we load, so eventually to make the script include be available in the client side. So what we did is like we enabled the client side calls. Now, as we expand the script, you will see that we are extending the object abstract AJAX processor. So meaning once we extend an object, we are getting the capabilities of this class into our script includes. So if you have questions about extending a class, we will have another video on giving you examples on extending class objects in ServiceNow. So right now, what we did is like we created a get function. Right now, we are passing the parameter from the client side using the syntax. And as we move forward, we made sure that we are logging our changes. It's a form of debug. One second, it's giving you the ability to read the behavior of your implementation. Now we are initializing an array because this is a collection of the result object. And right now, our purpose is to basically call the incident table using glide record and using the add query method, passing the incident number. And as we send the query, it will return and give us a result. So we are now looking at the result, filtering with the incident number or record that we have sent. So simply ServiceNow objects is quite simple and direct. So using the instantiated variable, we get the value of the variable name, which is incident number. And eventually we created a JavaScript object to consume the results of our database query. Now, we created a catch of, so this if this is false, then we logged it that no incident has been found in our filter. Or it can also be an error. So we are returning an error if it is an error, and we are logging the results. And finally, we are returning the data. And of course, before we return the data, we need to convert or stringify to make sure it's readable on the client side. Now, as we convert that to a JSON string, now let us go to the client script. We just called the script include. And what we did here is like on the table incident, on change of the description, on all UI types, right? Then this script will run. So let's make it bigger and readable. So eventually we use a g underscore form object to get the value of the number from the form. And for logging purposes, we use the g underscore form add info message, passing the incident number. And using the glide Ajax, we call the script include and calling the function that we created and passing the correct parameter from the form. And as we move forward, we use the get XML method for the response and getting the attribute answer and getting the raw version, posting it using add info message. Now, as we have received the data from the server, we use JSON.parse, receiving the results, and you can see we are using some validation techniques if there is an error. And if it's not, now we are printing it in the add info message. So basically, it's quite straightforward. ServiceNow is making it easy for us. And as we go back to the incident record, these techniques provides a better user experience. On the client side, as you can see, without the page load, we can retrieve data from the server side and receiving it here in the client side. One of the techniques that I also would like to articulate is how we manage to do the logs. So you saw earlier that we have created some gs.info message. So as you go to the logs, it will help you basically read what's happening in your code from successfully receiving the parameter, if there is an error, and if you have successfully returned data from your database. So as we go along, you will learn best coding practices as we start here from the basic functional code until you grow and learn proper software architecture using the ServiceNow platform. Thank you so much for your time. I'll speak to you on our next video.